What's up, guys? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and I'm bringing you something a little special today. Today I'm going to bring you a commentary on a video that's never had a commentary before. This is actually the first upload I ever put on my channel, Wings of Redemption. It went up on October 9th of 2009. You might ask yourself, Wings, I thought you said you've been doing this for 4 years. Well, my channel was made on this January 24th of 2009. And even then, that's not 4 years, is it? That's like 3.5. Well, the other half, I was pretty much helping Z7 Taylor, which his channel is now closed. But Z7 Taylor, Z7, was a buddy of mine, and he's the one that kind of got me into the whole YouTube scene. And through his channel and helping him do his channel, I wanted my own. I wanted to start my own. I wanted my own gameplays, my own montages, and everything. And I started out with the HD PVR because back in the day, in late 2009, HD PVR was unheard of. Nobody used it. Everybody was on Dazzle quality, and I don't know how many people remember Dazzle, but Dazzle, it was horrible. I mean, I go back and look at Dazzle video nowadays, and I'm like, how did I used to watch this? But it's just something that you kind of do. You kind of spoil yourself on HD quality, and well, HD quality is a standard now, but there's a lot of things that are standard now that used to never be a standard, such as HD quality. Hell, commentary used to never be a standard. Commentary used to be something that was very rare. I remember coming up watching XCal and Blame Truth, they didn't even have commentary on like their first 150 videos a piece. There was another guy that I used to watch a lot of called Anti-Talents, and another dude I used to watch called One Crazy Gamer. None of these guys actually had any commentary on their stuff. I think One Crazy Gamer did 3. I don't think Anti-Talents ever did any. He was kind of terrified of doing commentary, mainly because he was black. To be perfectly honest, he didn't think he'd fit in, and he put out like 2 Modern Warfare 2 videos, and then he closed his channel. I'm pretty sure he closed the channel. You'll actually see him in a couple of my clips. You're definitely going to see him in a video I'm working on right now, called my favorite Call of Duty maps of all time, where I go back and I pick 10 of my top 10 favorite maps of Call of Duty, and I basically talk about them and how you play them, and show some clips that I've gotten throughout the years on those maps and why they're my favorite and why they deserve whatever spot they get. I remember sitting down to actually get this gameplay. I had just gotten out of work. I was kind of tired. I'm like, man, I finally figured out this HD PVR, because it took me a while to actually figure out the software, because there was no tutorials to look for, whatever. You mean, pretty much what you got in the box is what it was. I mean, at this point, nobody even had like HD PVR tutorials on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's 1 or 2, but I was at no means as tech savvy as I am now, because after doing this, almost 4 years. I remember sitting down to get this. I'm like, well, what should be the first video I put up? And it almost kind of shows you where the gameplay standard left. I mean, like this right here, back in the day, this was unheard of. A guy come in, play a defensive route, and put it on YouTube. I mean, the only guys that were putting gameplay up was XCal and, well, the 4 guys I was telling you about, and Z7 Taylor at the time. They were the only dudes putting, gameplay, complete games up. I mean, obviously had Hutch in as well out there, and he was doing he's one of the pioneers of gameplay commentary right on with Blame Truth. But nobody played defensive. Hutch was strictly a sniper. He made sniper montages. He made that kind of stuff. Blame Truth never made montages, but he also rarely did commentaries back in the day, or he'd start series and never finish them. I remember one series that Blame Truth did that I was so excited for. It was like the dummy's guide to a 4KD, and it made it like 3 videos of him talking over the background of like a Call of Duty 4 wallpaper. And I was listening with like an attentive ear, because when I first watched that video, I wasn't very good at the game. I was like a 1.5 KD player. You know, I didn't really understand win-loss, but win-loss didn't come to me till later on in Modern Warfare 2. That's when I actually started kicking into the win-loss bracket and actually caring about the objective and things like that. I started out playing strictly for the spread. And perfectly honest, I consider myself a better player in my earlier videos than I am now, because I put a lot of time into the game, and World at War is one of those games I put a lot of time into. I think I have something like 49 days on World at War. I played the dog shit out of this game, and you might see that I'm only like 2nd or 3rd prestige on this, but Unlimited UAV was actually my 4th account. I actually had 2 accounts. I had the Killer Bush, which was the 10th prestige. I had Astral Demigod, which was the 10th prestige. I had Unlimited UAV, which is a username I started right before I started doing YouTube videos, when I started helping Taylor out. And the goal of Unlimited UAV was to see how long I could hold a KD with the sniper, which I lasted about a prestige, and I held like a 285 or something like that, and I started switching up to red guns, and I ended up pulling up to like a 340. Which, again, that was unheard of back then. I remember adding people to my friends list for the first time, and they'd be like awe-strucken because it was like, oh, you have a 340, and like this was like before, you know, big 4 or 5 KD guys. Well, 340 still fucking is a very good KD nowadays, but like back then it was the equivalent of like a 5 KD is nowadays. It's just unheard of. But this video is quickly coming to an end. I figured I'd bring it back and share you guys my very first upload on my channel. Mainly because it's one of those videos that I see people constantly give traffic to. As always, I would like to thank you for watching my video. And I'd also like to remind you that this time I actually did edit the lobby out. Come a long way in 4 years. Peace, pimps.